Hello everyone. No one? Hi Alberto, yeah. I was waiting for someone to respond before I start speaking. So let me just clean my glasses. I just like, took a nap 20 minutes ago. But yeah, now I am good. So where were we? So before ending the last episode of this uh, Hetzner integration, we pushed this commit, right? And the CI failed. So I had a look on what was happening. So as you can see, no module found hcloud. So then I quickly remembered that we missed one thing, that we were supposed to add hcloud. We did install it, but we didn't add it to our uh, pyproject.toml file requirements, right? So one of our pip requirements. And once I pushed that, it became green, and that was fine. Then I did some small refactorings, like okay, during the live stream, we let Copilot fool us by giving this code for capitalizing the first letter, but then I fixed it with a better readable. Then I went ahead and added some more fields from the Hetzner server doctype. So now it looks like if you now go here, go to Hetzner list, and as you can see, running. I added more fields like disk, memory, CPU type, cores, data center, and city. So nothing much. I just went to this part and returned more fields from like the server object. That's what I have done till now. Today we have some work, so let's get to it. So the first part is uh, creating a new server, right? This db insert method, and that should be triggered when someone creates a new server, header server, right? So since this all fields are read only, right? This all fields are read only. When someone tries to create a new server, they are not visible. So let's check Hetzner API, Hetzner Cloud API on what it requires, like the mandatory stuff to create a new server. Create a server, yeah. So create a new server returns preliminary information about the server as well as action that covers the progress of creation. Okay, so let's see. Please note that server names must be unique per project. That's fine. For server type, you either use ID as listed in server types or its name. For image, you can either use the ID as listed in images or its name. So, okay. So I think before that, so for the helping the user for improving the UX, let's get the server types and images too in our doc type so we can show them that okay, these are available, right? If you want to create the servers in a location, you must set the location to the ID or name as listed in location. This is recommended way. Okay. You can be even more specific by setting data center to the ID or name as listed in slash data centers. So I don't want to be specific. I just want to be like locations. However, we recommend that if you assign a specific primary IP to the server, which is specific. Fine. Some properties like start after creator or will trigger actions. Okay, that's fine. So image is required, name is required, server type is required. Three things are required. Everything else is optional. So server type and image could be a link field, right? So let's go to VS Code. Let's bring up our console bench dash site hcloud console auto reload from hcloud dot utils import get Hetzner client. So we'll try out how can we get those two in our system. Get Hetzner client. So let's store it in client dot. So we want, so by now I have understood their convention. So if want to get images, right, get all images. So it will be dot images dot get all. And there we got all the images. So we have to create a doctype to store this. So let's inspect one of this. Images of 0. So what all properties does it return? We can check here. So we'll keep it simple. We want the image name, OS flavor, and OS version. So this should be enough. This is what I see almost like. Maybe description as well. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Status 2. So if it is available, then only we can do it. Okay. So let's check this image's name, Debian. So it works. And then we can see OS underscore flavor. Cool. Debian OS underscore version 10 description. Cool. So name, flavor, version, description, and status. Cool. Hi, Semvo Guerrere Farmer. I'm most probably pronouncing it wrong, but sorry for that. But yeah, you're welcome. Welcome to the show. So yeah, let's before we get the server creation working, let's add two more virtual doc types. Hetzner server image hcloud frappe is virtual. Create and continue. Add a new section. Add a field. So first of all, I will go to settings and say naming rule is set by user. Second thing is, so what all did we discuss here? OS flavor, OS version, description, status. So data will be data OS flavor, or I can duplicate this, move to the second row, OS version, duplicate this, description, duplicate this, bring it here. Status. Cool. Let's hit save. Delete we will implement by end. So we have to be fast. We have a lot of stuff to do. Okay, so creation doesn't matter, but we have to get the list first. So now we know the drill. We go to this py file, Hetzner server image.py, and in the list we get the client equal to get. So we have to import it. So let's go back here. Let's import this. If you have not watched the first episode, then Wrong location. Let's put it here. Watch the first one first so you get the context and everything. But yeah, you got the client and then we get client dot images, and let's try to do this. Let's just return this. Probably won't work. Like won't work. It won't work. So is there dot as JSON? Shouldn't be there, right? If we do dot JSON, is there any attribute to convert this to JSON? Frappe dot as JSON. Nope, this won't work. No, JSON dot. No, or wait. Cool. We can try this. If we give it to the dict class, what will happen? Bound image is not retrievable. Ha, that's fine. So we have to serialize it ourselves. So what I can do is I can again do the same thing that we did for servers. I in images, or let's do image for image in images, and we do a dictionary here. Frappe dot underscore dict. Let's uncomment Frappe, and yeah, we want to return 4 fields. Name will be image.name. OS flavor will be, okay, I had turned on Copilot because I was teaching some kids how to make a Flask app. And then if Copilot is there, it doesn't let me do anything. Okay. Let's go back. Let's check. Images client object is not retrievable. Okay, wait. What did we miss? Images is this. Even Copilot knows the right thing. Cool. Let's reload. And hopefully we get these images. So nice. Oh, that's fine. We didn't haven't implemented the get part yet. But let's get this stuff to the, what do you say? At least in the list view. So description should be in list view. Status should be in list view. OS flavor and version, I think we might not need that in list view because the description includes those. Okay, where is description? Okay, we didn't get description. Cool. Let's see. Yeah. So now I can make the description the title field. That makes much more sense. Um, let's first make everything read only so the user does not try to change them because they are unchangeable, of course. And then I'll go to settings, form view. We got some more practice with virtual DocType. Lewis, welcome back. How are you doing? Where is this title field? Oh, view settings. Title field is description. Show title and description. Cool. Let's go to this now. So this should be much better. Status, again, we can make it dot capitalize. So that it is capitalized, and available should be green. That we can easily set from here. Document states available should be green. What else does it return? Oh, images just have two status, creating and available. That's cool. So let's go back. Let's add creating as well. So I think this will be the custom images that we may create. So we won't add that feature as of now. Someone wants to practice, they can, but yeah. Let's do yellow. That's fine. We won't see it probably. But yeah, now it's Debian 10 is available, Nextcloud is available, so forth. 27 are there. I don't think pagination works, but yeah. So stuff is available now. Uh, so let's just do one more before we proceed. That was um, image was there. Server type. Server types. Server types. Come on. Yeah, this is server types. So it returns an array of object with some, what do you say, response. So the most important, I guess, is disk memory, etc., etc. But I will go with the least number possible because we want to implement some more features. So a report, some script, and let's see. Let's create a new server. Hetzner server type. Hcloud Frappe is virtual. Create and continue. Add a new section. So let's just pick disk memory description. Disk memory description. Prices can be child table, I guess. But yeah, let's see. Disk memory description. Course and CPU type. Okay, let's add data. Disk. Oh, disk won't be data, it will be integer. Memory will be integer as well. Cores will be integer as well. So it's number of CPU cores basically. Let's add one more field. CPU type, that will be data. CPU type. So let's move this to the next column. Hello Gavin, how are you? So let's make all of this read only from the start. Read only, read only, read only, read only. Settings. Naming rule. Set by user. And disk, I will add description GB, GB, and we should be good to go. So what we can do is, like, we need to show, fetch and show that uh, thing here, right? So I'll just copy this. So maybe we can, what do you say, like refactor it later, but for now, Hetzner server type.py file and get list. I will paste in here and I will uncomment Frappe. I will import the client here as well. And then instead of images, we want server types. Server type, let's check client dot server types. Okay, server types. And we have to serialize that properly. Server types st dot name, st dot disk will be disk, memory will be st dot memory. um, what else was in the API docs? Cores and CPU type. Cores, CPU type. So for this kind of task, like Copilot is nice. So it can predict the patterns. So let's see if this worked. Oh, name. Yeah, name is there. Disk is there. Okay, we can go to. Yeah, so it renders them. So I think there are more, but pagination is causing them to, uh, what do you say? So what we can do is get all maybe taking some arguments that we need to check in the library. hcloud Python. Today the green screen is not working that great, so I'm a bit yellow. I don't know why. Just notice that. But yeah. API reference, API clients. If I can search for get all, servers, server types. Gets all server types, so it should get all. Maybe they just have 20. But yeah, fine. So since we are using get all, that should be fine. So what next? Yeah, let's make the list view better. So I think disk should be in list view. Memory should be in list view. And let's add a field called description. That should be in list view. I'm pretty sure this became autocomplete. Some bug. But yeah, let's make it read only as well. And let's make description the title field. Cool. Let's go back. So disk memory description is we have to get from here. And now let's refresh. Yeah, I think description is just like, okay, it's more elaborate than that. So if we open one of the dedicated ones, right now we haven't implemented load from DB. So we can do that. So let's do that. So it's just get by name and then get the data. So we can do the same for, let's start with image. So it will be server image, server like dot images, and then this will be the data, and then what we need to do, we need to call the constructor that we learned, and we'll also do the same thing here so we don't have to call images again. So let's do underscore image, that's better. And we don't need underscore declare v because we already did that. And let's change this to image, change this to image, and if everything is correct, we should be able to image Hetzner image. Okay, it's not cached yet. Hetzner server image. Let's try to open one of them. Yeah, it works. So let's do the same thing for Hetzner server type. We are playing around with. Hi Mahmood. Been going through the whole live list. Cool. You have a lot to catch up then. But yeah, uh, I'm glad you liked it. So we have a variety of episodes now. Okay, I had some evaluations, but one I cancelled because I had the episode, so I will take that evaluation tomorrow. Where were we? Yeah, we needed this frappe dot underscore dict. That will be our data, and st will be. So I like how the Hetzner client is very, what do you say, convention driven. So like what the code looks like for types, you just do that and it works. Let's see if Copilot can figure it out. Yeah, it does. So this should make the Hetzner server type list, the form view work. Yeah, it works. Cool. So what should we do next? Let's commit whatever changes we make. Page server type and image virtual doc types. I'll push it to GitHub. Cool. Now let's get back to where we started. Basically, we want the Hetzner server to have link field to server type and image because we now have that in the system. So let's edit DocType. I hope that virtual DocTypes link works as I'm thinking it should work, but yeah. Let's change this to a link field, and optional will be Hetzner server image. Let's try with one first. Oh, it works. Let's jump to it. It works. Yeah, that was not as terrifying as I thought it to be, and now we can convert this to link field as well. Link and option should be type, not doc type, Hetzner server type. Yep, let's go back. So this is running, and I can check the image and I can check the server type. So it has 40 disk, this, that. Yeah, nice. So we refactored it. So let's hit commit. Refactor, convert relevant fields to link fields. Relevant, no, relevant. Yeah, let's push that as well. Yeah, so we have everything we need to now create servers. So first of all, we have to, uh, like we want this to be read only, but after the user has hit save. like for the first time, right? So what I will do is I will uncheck read only for image and server type. Okay, data center is left, but let's fill that manually now. So I think what again, let's go back to servers, create a server, image name, server type. I don't think location is required. So it returns some stuff. So root password when no SSH keys have been specified. So probably what should we should do is store this root password somewhere because otherwise the server will be useless. But in our case, it doesn't matter because we are not, what do you say? Anyways, we won't be using that server for anything. But yeah. Oh, message retracted. Why, Alberto? I saw the emoji. You wanted to add some more stuff. But yeah, fine. Yeah, let's see. So yeah, let's just start simple. I'll go back. So image should not be read only. It should be read only later, but we'll see how we can implement that. Server type should not be read only. And name will be anyways, what do you say? Yeah. So now what we have to do is we have to implement this. So they give it a name, coolify2 key error. Okay. JavaScript console. Key dot name. This is what you were talking about, Alberto, on the first day. Uh, hmm. Search widget, typing validations, search. So it is a lambda relevance sorter. So let's check the backend because I think we have implemented everything it needs to get that link field working. Let's do check it again. What did I do? Yeah, something. Okay, here is the error. So let's, what can we do is we can open up Frappe console, duplicate tab, code Frappe, and let's trace back to where it is originating from, console, or we can go to bench console as well. Here also we'll find that. Okay, desk slash search.py file. In here, which function does it call? Sorted. Okay, sorted values this. So this is where it is. Relevant results always come as this will be first bring elements on which queries prefix and then rest of the elements and sort them in lexicographical order. That's fine. But here in the relevance sorter, let's add a breakpoint so we can debug a bit. Okay, let's go back, reload, and trigger this. I'll be in network tab so I can catch that request here as well. Cool 2. Okay, now it is in the breakpoint, I guess. Yeah, here is the breakpoint. What's key? Key is name, OS flavor, OS version, status, and description. So it tries to get this. What is as dict? Oh, that's false. So then it tries to get key of 0. So why doesn't it, if as dict becomes true, then this will work. But yeah, so let's get back to where it all started. So here values are being sorted. So it uses get list as list equal to not as dict. Hmm. So get list is our get list, which is this one server, I think image one, right? This get list, and it passes us if it wants as dict or not, right? And we are completely as list means not as dict. Okay, so what we can do is um, mm, we have to handle this. If we get it as not as dict, we should return it as an array, right? So let's do this. So what I will do is I'll check if args dot get um, args dot get as list this, otherwise we return this. So let's hope that this works because we fixed it. So let's remove the breakpoint. Let's go back. Let's reload. Okay, not reload. Let's reload in the this page. My name, image list index out of range. Okay, now what is it trying to do? Item of 1. Okay, so what is it expecting? What form is it expecting? So we can try that. Like we can find out by using a normal doc type and debugging what it does. So let me just add. So which field has a link, like which doc type has a link field that we can use to test? To do? Does to do have a link field allocated to? Yeah. Okay. Breakpoint didn't get triggered. Maybe because the results are cached. Assign by doesn't trigger search. It triggers, but I don't know what's actually happening here. So relevance sorter is not being triggered. Something is being cached. Let's read some more of this. So it wants fields. Okay, it takes fields as well. So what we can, okay, wait. Will this work? Okay. Item of 0. So it's expecting it in some form. So if there are greater than three elements, okay, it has value, label, and description. It needs to have three things: value, label, and description. So image dot description, image dot description. Let's try now. It works. It works. Finally, it works. Okay. Hmm. Let's do my server, and this is a bug probably because, and now it lets us select an image, but there is some other bug now. Select name from Hetzner server image where, okay, for virtual doctype also it is trying to make a request. So we need to handle that case somewhere because otherwise it won't let us select that. See, it is trying to make a query. Now this becomes a framework. What do you say? Ah, shouldn't have touched this part on camera at least. So deprecation warning is fine. So let's see where this gets triggered. Validate link and fetch. So it's link.js file. Link.js. Validate link and fetch. If default and no fetch, no fit to validate. To avoid unnecessary request. If value, return validate field. So this is where the error is coming. Uh, this you should add some breakpoint somewhere. Yeah. Is it called breakpoint in JavaScript as well? Let's find out. Breakpoint is not defined. I don't think it is called breakpoint. Breakpoint. Anybody else? Before I search JavaScript. Debugger. Okay. Debugger. Apt name. Okay. Debugger. So here is the debugger. So doc type is doc field, name is this, creation is this, that, and debugger is here. So let's go to next line. Next line, next line, next line, next line, next line. Okay, fetch map came empty. So field type is doc field modified this that. If value, so value is sent to as 8, and then it is making a request to this thing. Return this. Okay. Is online, is that, is this, is that, that. Okay, I got the issue, I guess. It's this validate link field that's causing the issue. Wrapper.client.validate link. Client validate link. Now this became a, what do you say? Debugging session. So validate link. So it has the doc type, doc name, and fields. So let's now add a breakpoint in the backend instead of the front end. Let's remove the debugger from here if we still have that. So let's start. Okay, I think that Saturday episode I have to do part 3 of Hetzner. Thankfully, I didn't schedule it. I knew that something like this might happen. Okay. So as you can see, the validate is causing the issue. Otherwise, it lets it be there. So let's go to the breakpoint, not breakpoint. str doc type. It has received this doc type. So let's go to the next. Where is the code? Has permission. So let's add. So here it is trying to do db.getValue, and this will fail because this is a virtual doc type. So, and at the end of the list, it just returns the values again. Okay. So what if right here, after it has done the permission checks and everything, when it tries to get it from the DB, right? I'll just say uh, if virtual doc type, no need to fetch from DB. So he's just trying to get the document name. If get meta is single, no, is if you check the doctype.js, doctype.json, doctype is a doctype, right? Is virtual should be the name of the field. Exactly. Is virtual return return what? Let's see what like let's try what Copilot suggests. Let's do Ben start again. Let's remove the breakpoint. Let's go back. Okay, it works. Similarly, now server type should work. No, it won't work because in our app we have to do this part. By the way, that should handle this as well. So maybe I have to raise a PR with this fixes. Instead of images, it will be server types, st, st.name, st.description, st.description. Cool. Now that should work as well. Uh, this is something else, but yeah, we'll look into that later. Qualified to already exists. Man, check. This is 2 and this is 1. Okay. Let's select Debian. Let's select the server type now. So whatever right now I have, I will select, because if I select a costly one, then CX21. Okay, that is what I want. Two. Image will be Fedora CX. Yeah, search also works. CX21. So right now on save it won't do anything, but we have to do it. So what we want to do is basically it will give us the data here, right? And then we can use that data to trigger the creation of a server. So you can check argue job, by the way. I don't think they're like, I can even check my blog. MongoDB powered DocTypes in Frappe framework. Create. Okay, so DB insert, it just, you get validated dict. Let's get that. And then Hetzner client. So server types, okay, I'm in the wrong doc. I should be in Hetzner server.py. And location, let's skip the location for now. Return, don't return, doesn't matter. So let's try now. If we are able to do it, star object has no attribute ID or name. Okay, it's like the client. So it should be a server. Okay. So here we have to return a, what do you say, doc. So that will be client dot server types dot get by name, right? And this will be client dot images dot get by name. Okay, let's try again. It worked, but did it actually create a new server? Okay, it's off. Let's refresh. It's starting. Nice. Ta-da! It's starting. It's starting. It's starting. It's running. We have a working server. If we open this up now, you will see, like, I will reload it so it fetches the data. So it's shared. So the default data center, I guess, is Helsinki. So, why, man? Why? So public IP is there. Now I can like just do whatever I want. Like, and I can reboot this, which we implemented in last episode, right? So reboot got triggered on this server, and yeah, it will reboot because that feature we have already tested. So without any delay, just let's just commit feature ability to create new server. But yeah, this depends on this framework fix, right? So probably this is not like the ideal solution, but yeah, if it is virtual, then it works, right? So I have to push this somehow. Okay. Uh, yeah, so now we can do this is not working, but I think probably again this is the same thing. Like it tries to make a query. So there is one more place where that happens. So I have to take this call. So I will be back in a minute. Okay. Okay, I'm back. But okay, so yeah, I have to leave now. So we will continue this on Saturday with part three. At least we got the create server thing working. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff to do. So third episode. Bye bye. Have a nice day, everyone. So there is some urgent work came up. I have to go. Cool.